Welcome back to Frima Language, the podcast where we help you improve your English through long, clear, and natural conversations about real-life situations. Today's topic is job interviews, and we will practice useful English phrases that can help you speak confidently when you meet an employer.
Yes, job interviews can feel stressful, especially when you have to speak in English. But the good news is that interviews often follow predictable patterns. And if you practice common phrases and ideas, you can answer questions clearly and confidently.
Let's start with the moment when the interview begins. Usually, the interviewer greets you and asks you to introduce yourself. One simple and natural way to begin is by saying, "Thank you for giving me the opportunity to interview today."
After that, you can introduce yourself by giving a short summary of your background. For example, you might say, "My name is Daniel, and I have several years of experience working in customer service and administrative roles."
Another helpful phrase is, "I'm excited about this opportunity because it matches my skills and interests." This shows the interviewer that you are motivated and genuinely interested in the position.
Yes, motivation is important. You could also say something like, "I'm particularly interested in this role because I enjoy working with people and solving problems."
A very common interview question is, "Can you tell me about yourself?" This question is not asking for your entire life story. Instead, the interviewer wants to understand your professional background and your main strengths.
A good answer might sound like this. "I have a background in marketing, and over the past 3 years I've worked on several digital campaigns that helped increase brand awareness and customer engagement."
Another important question is, "Why do you want to work here?" This question tests whether you research the company and whether you are truly interested in the role.
You could answer by saying, "I admire your company's commitment to innovation and customer satisfaction, and I would love the opportunity to contribute to your team."
Interviewers often ask about your strengths. For example, what are your strengths?
A clear and confident answer might be, "One of my strengths is communication. I enjoy working with people, explaining ideas clearly, and making sure everyone understands the goal of a project."
You might also mention strengths like teamwork, organization, or problem solving.
For example, "I'm very organized, and I like planning tasks carefully so that projects stay on schedule and everyone knows their responsibilities."
Sometimes interviewers ask about weaknesses, which can be uncomfortable. The key is to be honest while also showing that you are improving.
You could say something like, "One area I'm working on is public speaking. I used to feel nervous presenting in front of groups, but I've been practicing and taking opportunities to improve."
Another common question is, "Tell me about your previous job."
You might respond with something like, "In my previous role, I worked as a sales assistant where I helped customers find products, managed inventory, and supported the team during busy periods."
Interviewers also like to understand your responsibilities.
A useful phrase is, "My main responsibilities included assisting customers, managing orders, and ensuring that the store remained organized and welcoming."
Another question you may hear is, "Why did you leave your last job?"
A professional answer could be, "I learned a lot in my previous role, but I'm looking for new challenges and opportunities to grow professionally."
Employers often want to know how you handle difficult situations.
For example, you could say, "When I face a challenge at work, I try to stay calm, analyze the situation carefully, and find a solution that benefits both the team and the customer."
Another typical question is, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
You might answer, "In 5 years, I hope to have developed strong expertise in my field and to contribute meaningfully to the growth of the company."
Sometimes interviewers want to understand your work style.
You could say, "I enjoy working both independently and as part of a team, depending on the needs of the project."
You might also be asked about teamwork.
A natural answer could be, "I believe teamwork is essential for success because collaboration allows people to share ideas and solve problems more effectively."
Another question might be, "How do you handle pressure?"
You could respond by saying, "I handle pressure by staying organized, prioritizing tasks, and focusing on one step at a time.
Interviewers sometimes ask about achievements.
For example, one achievement I'm proud of was helping improve customer satisfaction scores by implementing a new feedback system.
Another useful phrase is, I enjoy learning new skills and adapting to new challenges.
Yes, employers value people who are willing to grow and improve.
At some point, the interviewer might ask, do you have any questions for us?
This is your chance to show curiosity and interest in the company.
You could ask, can you tell me more about the team I would be working with?
Or, what opportunities are there for professional development in this role?
Before we continue, let's remind our listeners to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because your support helps us create more helpful English learning episodes.
Yes, your support helps our community grow and allows us to continue sharing useful conversations like this one.
As the interview comes to an end, it's important to finish with gratitude.
You might say, thank you very much for your time and for considering my application.
You can also express your interest again.
For example, I'm very excited about the possibility of joining your team.
Sometimes the interviewer will explain the next steps in the hiring process.
At that point, you can respond politely by saying, I look forward to hearing from you.
Confidence is important in interviews, but confidence doesn't mean speaking perfectly.
It simply means speaking clearly, honestly, and calmly.
Remember that interviews are conversations, not tests.
Yes, the interviewer wants to understand who you are and how you might contribute to the company.
Practicing common phrases like the ones we discussed today can help reduce nervousness.
And the more you practice, the more natural your English will sound.
Try practicing these answers out loud, even if you're practicing alone.
You can also record yourself speaking to evaluate your pronunciation and confidence.
Preparation is one of the best ways to succeed in an interview.
Research the company, understand the role, and prepare examples from your experience.
Most importantly, remember that every interview is a learning experience.
Even if you don't get the job, you gain valuable experience for the next opportunity.
As we reach the end of this episode, remember that speaking confidently in interviews is a skill you can develop with practice.
Yes, every time you practice describing your skills, your experience, and your goals, your confidence grows.
Thank you for joining us today on Fremmer Language.
We hope these phrases help you feel more prepared and confident during your next job interview.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep building your English skills step by step.
And remember, confidence grows with practice.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye, everyone, and we'll see you in the next episode of Fremmer Language.